I 27F have been married to my husband 34M for over a year. We've been together for 6 years. He's a gym freak, which I don't have a problem with, except for when he sometimes tries to impose his routine on me, pressure me into adopting his dietary habits. I exercise too. I'm 5 feet 6 inches / 130 pounds, but I enjoy my food and nothing will change that. That's not what I'm posting about though. Lately I can't wear a dress without him telling me I look good, but that I would have looked better if I had that breast augmentation surgery. He never complained about my breasts for 6 years until the past 4 to 5 months. I've told him before that I'm not against it but not planning to get one. It took me years to regain my confidence because my mother used to make hurtful remarks about my chest, like if it's something I didn't achieve. A few days ago we were having sex and he didn't hesitate to remind me again that I would look 10 times better with the implants, which turned me off instantly. I don't remember what I exactly said, but I said something along the lines of "I know how it feels. Never mind, you're the perfect size. The big ones hurt anyway." He got mad and called me immature and all. Mind you, he's been pressuring me to have the surgery for 4 months now and I never snapped at him. Edit, I'm an A cup. Yesterday we were getting ready to go to his friend's wedding, but I ended up staying home. He brought up the surgery again and I snapped at him. I reminded him that we dated for 5 years before we got married. He had plenty of time to realize that I'm not good enough for him and break up with me to find a woman who has what he's looking for. I do have eyes. He's right, I'm flat-chested, but I have a nice body overall. He said he loves me and wants to be with me but feels he could be more attracted to me with bigger breasts. I ended up telling him to go alone. I see, and shake off the feeling that our recent arguments are taking us down a toxic path. It's not the kind of relationship I want for us. Is this worth considering divorce over? Other than this, we do get along very well, but I feel like he's taking me back to the days when I would stand in front of the mirror for minutes thinking I would never find a man who would like me if I myself don't like what I'm seeing. Update 1. I had no intention of mentioning divorce, not until I get some answers that could help with my decision. I was hoping we would end up agreeing on counseling or something. I just wanted an honest conversation to know if there was a way to fill that void for him without ever getting the surgery. I sat him down last night and just like usual he tried to change the subject. I made it clear to him that it's either we talk about it now or he never ever brings breast surgery up again. Well, that did it for him. I asked him why he suddenly after 6 years together want me to get one. He wouldn't give me a straight answer. I told him if I'm to consider having one he needs to be honest with me about what changed in the past few months. He grabbed his phone and showed me some women's pictures on his phone, and let me tell you, they weren't Instagram models. They were 100% of models. He showed me more than 5 pictures with no shame or the slightest consideration of my feelings. With each pic he said things like, "See, you would look 10 times hotter, she's not even as gorgeous as you are," but I asked him if I decide to never get the surgery, would he ever drop the idea? Like, can we move past it? He said it's something he can't stop thinking about because he really feels like he would be more attracted to me and that I myself would feel more confident with the boob job. I do have eyes, and just like I know how small my chest is, I know that I have a nice body figure. People see, people compliment, so they can't all be liars. I asked what he ever liked about me in general, because from the pictures he showed me I didn't see any woman that resemble me even a bit. He said that I'm gorgeous and have a killer smile and he likes my curvy hips. I asked if there's anything else he likes about me in general. I was hoping he would mention something other than my body or anything, and all he said was your lips. I told him since I'm considering breast augmentation surgery, is there anything else he thinks I could fix so he feels more attracted to me while we're at it? I hope that he would at least say other than my boobs he loves everything about me. He said you're good. From the grammatical errors you could tell I'm not a native English speaker. I'm Brazilian. I told him I will think about it and said goodnight because I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of seeing my tears. I don't know if I'm just naturally stupid and never paid attention to the red flags, or he just decided to show me his true colors now that we're married. By the way, since some asked. Yes, he does know about my history with my mother. Every woman in my family is a C cup and up. Including my younger sister. I'm the only one with A cup. He initiated sex later and I told him there's a lot on my mind right now. He didn't even argue and after like 5 minutes said I will pay for it. Don't you worry about that. When we met he was around 230 pounds, he's 5 feet 8 inches, and never went to the gym before. He's 190 pounds now. I'm mentioning this because some said I hooked up with him for his looks/physique. Physique wasn't on the table back then. But it never would matter to me as long as the person in front of me cares about me for who I am. I myself not perfect. Anyway, he was so insecure about his looks and I never ever said a thing about it. I used/still voice how I love this and that about him. I boosted his ego just for him to decide that he would be more attracted to me if I get a boob job after 6 years together. And for those saying I'm lazy for not going to the gym with him and that he wants what's best for me, I said I do exercise. Yes, I'm an A cup and I know it's not for everyone and I respect that. But I'm fucking gorgeous. My mother/him or anyone else won't change that. I'm a babe, deal with it. He himself used to mention how I get looks all the time when we're out. I felt hurt and cried because it hurts to not feel desired by the person you love the most and want to be desired by. Other than that, I'm perfectly happy with my body. And if I ever decide to get the boob job, I will get it for me, not for someone who finishes in 2 minutes and can't even hit the spot. I need time to make a plan before I start the process. When everything is ready and I have a place lined up, I will serve him the papers. By the way, I will initiate sex tonight and every night until the day I serve him. Edit. I get it now, it's a bad idea, but I will go with it for tonight at least. I bought a dildo today thrice his size and I'm using it right after he finishes. If he goes low, I'm going lower until I have an exit plan ready. Thank you to each and everyone who took the time to read my post and share their support/advice. Your words have really made a difference for me. Thanks to the men who offered their perspective/advice. Your honesty has been eye-opening. Edit. I never knew Reddit wasn't for such problems and that I wasn't supposed to post on this sub. I tried another sub and they asked for an account starting with Throra. I can't talk about this with family and friends, especially not my mother. It's just embarrassing. The best option for me was people on the internet. Update 2. I know this is disappointing, but I couldn't go through with it. I couldn't let him touch me after everything he said, and using it in front of him also would have been a treat for him. I was just mad. Besides, I didn't want to risk getting pregnant because I know my luck. Who would want to go through morning sickness and labor for 2 minutes? Anyway, I left the toy on my nightstand and he saw it the next morning and asked me about it. I told him that since we decided to be open about our sexual needs and he advised me not to take them personally. I thought he wouldn't mind me trying to get the job done after all these years. He said that was immature of me and that I was just trying to hurt his feelings. I told him that's exactly what he did and left for work because why bother now? Now for the update. I started the process of divorce a few days after the last update. He will be served in a week or 2. I left him 3 days ago and took my belongings while he was at work and called to let him know. He's been calling and texting non-stop since. His younger sister called the same day. His older brother called twice last night and texted me asking what happened, saying that my ex-husband is going crazy trying to reach me and that I should at least answer his calls and communicate like adults. I called my ex-husband to let him know that if he sends me another member of his family to try and get me to talk to him, I will just send them a pic of my chest alongside a pic of one of those of models he showed me and let them know that I can't talk to him until I go from this to this. Until then, I don't want to hear from more about him, and that until then will probably take forever. He got the message and apologized. Said he will give me some time to cool down. That's all. I found myself a really nice place to stay in temporarily until the divorce is finalized. I know I seem like I'm not taking this seriously, but it's the only way for me to not break down. I do feel sad. Not sad that I'm getting divorced, but sad that I'm losing someone I thought would never make me go through something like this and leave me no choice but to leave him. I'm still in love with the man I met 6 years ago. Not this man he turned into. But not gonna lie. I love myself more now. I have to choose myself and take care of me no matter what people around me think. My sisters know that I'm getting divorced. My mother will probably know through them. Thank you to everyone who commented on my previous posts. Your support and advice have meant a lot to me. For those who see themselves in my ex and believe that he could treat me like that and I should just stay with him for the sake of saving my marriage, please spare your time and see a therapist instead. Edit. Some of you told me to go through his phone/laptop to see if he's cheating. I couldn't. Not knowing the answer to something that will probably fuck with my self-esteem is better. I just want to get out of this with as little damage to my mental health as possible. Plus, I want to mention again that I'm not a native English speaker, so please don't mind the grammatical errors. I'm still in love with the man I met 6 years ago. Not this man he turned into. Now on to second story. Walked in to find my husband and his grief-stricken ex-wife in our bed, and now they're begging for my understanding. My husband Derek, 40 male, his ex-wife Sam, 38F, and I, 35F, get along very well. There's never been an issue in the 7 years that I've been with Derek. Sam has always been kind to me. She didn't even care that Becca called me mom too. Right after Becca's passing, Sam had so much anxiety and depression that she was unable to be by herself. She has no family besides us, so we invited her to stay with us. Sam hardly leaves the house. She mostly just sleeps in Becca's room, which is completely understandable. I always tell her that I'm here if she needs me and that I want her to take her time with grieving and that there is no pressure to go back to her home. Today I needed to run some errands, so I asked Sam if she'd like to join me to get out of the house a little bit, but she declined and said she'd rather just stay at the house and sleep. I told Derek that I was leaving and that I would be back in 2-ish hours. He works from home. I also told him to check on Sam every once in a while, and maybe try getting her to eat something. After stopping at the post office, I realized I forgot my library book that I needed to return, so I went back home to get it. As soon as I walked in the door, I heard moaning coming from mine and Derek's bedroom. I immediately knew what was happening. And my heart completely broke in that moment. I wasn't completely sure what to do, but I ended up deciding to confront them, so I walked to the bedroom and opened the door and began yelling at them both. Sam started having an anxiety attack and ran to the bathroom while Derek kept apologizing profusely. I asked him what the hell was happening. He told me that he made himself and Sam some lunch and they began talking about Becca, and shared some memories. And then Sam ended up kissing him and he didn't pull back, and then it ended with them in our bed. They're begging me to understand that it was just grief that caused them to become intimate and that they both made a mistake. I don't know what to do. I love this man. And I love Sam. I'm heartbroken that they did this to me and put me in this position. Update 1. I decided that I'm filing for a divorce. I can't ever trust him again. It sucks because we had an amazing relationship, I thought. He's always been great, so this was a complete shock to me. Last night, Derek came over to talk. He confessed to a lot. Turns out it wasn't their first time having sex like most people thought. They've been having sex since 3 months before Becca died. I am completely shocked and heartbroken. Sam also reached out last night and thanked me for everything I've done for her, and told me she was sorry. I didn't respond, I blocked her. I did so much for Sam and considered her a friend, so this hurts a lot, more than I can handle. This is all too much. As hard as this is gonna be, I need to leave Derek and cut them both out of my life. I am ready to do so. I am done. Also, some people are saying I deserve this because I should have known better than to let Sam into our home, around Derek. But, you need to understand that I'm a giving person. I trust people more than I should. I truly thought Sam was an amazing person. I know it's unusual to become friends with your husband's ex-wife, but it's just how it went for us and I shouldn't be blamed for what happened. Thank you to everyone who commented nice things and for the kind messages. You've all been helpful during this insanely difficult time. I appreciate it. I'm getting lots of questions about some things, so I figured I'd answer a few of them. Have I told anyone about what happened besides my mom? Yes, I told a few friends and some family members. Most of them are supportive of my decision and aren't speaking to Derek. Where is Derek staying? Currently, he's staying at a hotel. Our friends refuse to let him stay with them. He's lost a lot of people due to his awful decisions. Has he tried fighting me on getting a divorce? Yes, he begged me not to file for divorce, but when I told him I needed him to just let me go, and that I was too exhausted to fight him on this, he let it be and agreed to getting a divorce. Why isn't Derek staying with Sam? He told me he didn't want to continue to hurt me, so he told Sam he was done with her for good. And that they have no reason to speak to each other anymore. I have no idea if that'll last and if they'll just end up together, but I truly don't care what they do anymore. I just want peace. What was Derek's excuse for cheating? He told me that they just accidentally reconnected one night when I was away at my mom's. He was stressed we weren't conceiving and were having miscarriages, so he vented to Sam, and then somehow that led to sex. Disgusting of them both, I know. Update 2. He told me it's too expensive to stay at a hotel and Sam is the only one that'll help him right now. I had a feeling this would happen. Just knowing that they are still probably sleeping together hurts my heart. I talked to a lawyer this morning and we are proceeding with the divorce and Derek agreed to it. It's actually happening, and I feel some relief that he's not fighting me on this. My mom leaves on Sunday. I'm scared to be alone. But I go back to work on Monday, so I'm hoping it'll be a good distraction. I'll keep updating if anything else happens. Thank you everyone, I am so grateful for you all. Update 3. Becca's diary. I decided to go through some of Becca's stuff today. I just found her diary in a box in the back of her closet. Would it be wrong to read some of it? I feel like it would help me feel closer to her, but part of me feels like it's wrong too. I haven't told Derek that I found it either, and I'm unsure if I should tell him. What would you do? Update 4. Just a little update. I figured it's been a few days, so I should give a little update. My mom is leaving in a couple hours, so I'll be alone. I'm kinda nervous about it. She helped me stay distracted and kept me going. How I'm gonna handle her being gone. I go back to work tomorrow, first day back since Becca passed away. I'm looking forward to it though because it'll keep me distracted. Also, I did read some of Becca's diary. It made me love her even more. She was such a sweetheart. I went back a few months and saw that she noticed some weird behavior between Derek and Sam. Didn't mention that she knew of the affair, but she just wrote that she thought it was kinda strange that they all three would hang out more than usual, without me. I might read more, but so far I haven't found anything that's disturbing. Just her being a teenager and talking about crushes, fights with friends, happy family memories, etc. Tomorrow I'm also talking to my lawyer, so I might have more updates on that. Thanks for the continuous love and support everyone. Update 5. Last update for a while. Started randomly getting a lot more messages/comments, so I figured I'd do another little last update. My first week back at work went great. I wasn't expecting it to go so well, but thankfully it did. My coworkers were so helpful and patient with me. On Friday night I decided I didn't want to stay home all weekend alone, so I decided to drive up to my mom's. It helps I have a 3-day weekend so I can spend more time with her. I'm heading back home tomorrow. Also, for those of you that have messaged me hateful things for reading Becca's diary, I just have to say, you aren't in my shoes right now. Telling me I'm a bad mom because I'm reading her diary is just ridiculous. I learned so much more about her, about how caring and sweet she is, and it made me love her even more. It's how I'm able to feel so close to her right now, so please don't tell me I'm a bad parent for just trying to get by one of the hardest times of my life. You have no idea what it's like. I don't have much of an update, so this will be it. I'll come back and update once the divorce happens though. Thank you to those of you that have been nothing but kind and helpful. You helped me feel less alone. I'll forever be grateful. Update 6. Sam saw my Reddit post and is threatening to sue me. Sam made a fake FB profile to message me and tell me she wants to sue me for telling strangers about what happened. Derek supports her apparently. I don't need this. Am I not allowed to vent about my life to people online? I just want life to get better. I'm so tired. Fuck you Sam. Fuck you Derek. Edit, Sam is in the comments and messaged me on here too. Blocked her. No, I just ignored her. It might be an empty threat just to make my life harder, but I'm unsure. Sam's message said, I'm actually baffled. She thinks Becca would be disappointed in me, WTF. Update 7. I don't think I can do this anymore. I have been as strong as I can be, but I have been really struggling. So much is going on and I'm just so tired. How can I keep going? I just want to be with Becca. I miss her. I miss her smile. I miss her laugh. I miss how she'd try to make you laugh when you were sad by telling dad jokes. I miss how she liked being in the garden with me. I miss seeing all her new drawings. I miss her beautiful eyes. I miss everything about her. I just want her back. I need her back. Edit. I'm okay. I just needed a space to vent. I was getting so many messages asking if I'm alright, and I just wanted to say thank you to those that reached out. I am okay. I will be okay. Some days are harder than others, but I think I'll get through this. I'm so grateful for the little community I have here. Thank you all so much. Update 8. Sam took her life on June 20th, 2024. Sam ended up taking her own life on June 20th. I am still trying to process everything. She had hurt me deeply, but this isn't something I wanted whatsoever. And Derek blames me. I feel so many things and I'm gonna be away for a while again, but I wanted to update you all. Thanks for the love, everyone.